Golden.
It's my fault.
It's
That's what I-
always.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go to questions for the athletes first, and then we'll move to coach. Questions for the athletes.
Paige, at the end of the game, you had an opportunity to address the fans, and you just kind of had a note of encouragement. The results are coming. Just asking the fans to kind of stay with you guys. What do you kind of see as the future for this franchise, especially based off such a fun game tonight?
Just a whole bunch of potential. And it showed up in so many different stories this season. I feel like there's so many different things that have captivated what we've been through as a team and how much we've overcame. And it started with, it started from the beginning of the season. Obviously you have trades, you have people in and out. I don't know if this was like the first or the second time ever in league history that there was an extreme hardship. So we're sitting in the locker room before the game with 7 people. I think you need 8 available. Kristen's getting her physical, and she comes in and we ask her if she passed, and we all stand up and cheer because we can play a game today. Fellow rooks Zan and JJ, just a couple of them like coming in, being behind, like me, Reek, Ty, Nay at the beginning of the season, not knowing what their role was going to be, and they just put their head down and kept working. And then they came in and played vital roles in and out of the starting lineup, never complained once, just were the first ones in the gym, last ones to leave, and they just kept working, kept staying positive, kept staying ready. And then you got like Haley and Grace, who got waived from their beginning teams, and then they come in here and have immediate impact, and it played a huge role in what we were for the rest of the season in the starting lineup. So I wish I could go and tell everybody's stories, and just so many people getting their first opportunity in the league to be able to share that with them. Just to share some of the stories and how much we've stuck together through it all and how close we've gotten and how much adversity we've been through. I've been through a lot of adversity at UConn, and you see the progression and the strength that it continues to build for you as an individual, but as a collective as well, and how much that does for you in the long run. So to get these reps, for us as rookies especially, to just be with this group, I wouldn't trade this rookie year for anything. People can look at the results and say, how can you be so happy with a 10-win season? But I know I'll look back at the end of my career and be really appreciative for this rookie season as long as everybody else.
That it?
Mic drop.
Can you talk about how you feel like you've grown this season and what you've learned about maybe yourself as a player as you've gone through all the injuries, all the adversity you talked about in face?
Yeah, just staying steadfast in your faith, believing and knowing that everything that you're going through is happening for a reason. It produces perseverance and resilience, strength, for you to lean back on when times are great. And then just continue to find my leadership role and voice as a rookie. Just wanting to come and gain everybody's respect, and then as you gain it, you gain everybody's respect to be able to use your voice. And then just being disciplined, super disciplined, regardless of results. Showing up to work the same way you would if we were 34-10 as if we're 10-34. So just staying super disciplined in that, remaining in my faith, and just leaning on the support system that's around us.
Dorothy.
Can you talk about the emotions you have right now, finishing your rookie season, just everything from top to bottom, just, how are you feeling right now?
Yeah, just like P said, so many stories to tell about this season. I'm just grateful to, just be around this community. Everyone here helps everyone. We're just a big family here, and I just can't wait to, do it again next season.
For either player, what has it meant to you to just see those fans stick by you throughout the season?
Yeah, it's been good. The season has been great, but they stuck beside us the whole time, and tonight was their night, and we had to give it back to them today.
The AFL-CIO held a protest outside the arena before the game, kind of supporting the WNBA players going for pay in their upcoming CBA. Can you talk about what it meant to get that support from the union and from fans outside kind of came to say, you guys, should get what you deserve, kind of echoing the shirts?
Yeah, it means a lot because, it's not a lonely fight that we're fighting. We need a collective group and unity and united front to be able to get that support. It means a lot because we're trying to reach as many voices as we can, have as many people have our backs as we can, because we know how important we are to this league, and we're very grateful for the people who have paved the way before us, who have given this opportunity for us to play and continue to make money and continue to help the game grow. And then it's all about the next generation and what we feel like the game and the trajectory it's growing in and what the women in this league deserve. We just sacrifice so much, our time, bodies, our energy. And so we just believe we're a huge part in this, and we believe we should be rewarded that way. I feel, and to have that support from the fans and from people who are outside of the game as well, it means a lot.
Where you both, we know no one makes it this far alone. What would you say to your family or tribe that's been supporting you throughout the season?
Yeah, I just want to say I love them. Just so thankful for them. My mom texts me every day, every game. Just to lift me up, and the rest of my family have my back as well. So just to have that grace and that love. It just keeps your head up and for you to keep going.
Yeah, I mean, same as like their love is unconditional, whether you win or lose, whether
Mhm.
you score 0 points or score 30 points. So to be able to have that as your foundation and know that you're getting their love regardless of anything on the court, it's settling and peaceful.
Paige, the second quarter, was a really impressive one for the team. What were some of the things you saw from that, and then just some of the overall execution things offensively that you liked in this game?
Yeah, I think we just cleaned up a lot of our sloppy mistakes defensively from the first quarter of like rotating, being in and help, but also guarding the 3-point line. And then offensively, we just got out in transition. We're really aggressive, got high leads, played with a very fast pace, which led us to get into the paint and create opportunities that way. So we just really played collectively. And this was an entire 40 minutes of team basketball. So it was really fun to be out there. But yeah, that second quarter sparked it.
You guys, both rookies, you also had a rookie head coach. Talk about Coach Chris and what you learned from him on this season. Just kind of how he helped you in your rookie year.
Yeah, he helped me personally a lot. I came in here just kind of shallow, not, thinking high of myself. And, he brought that type dog out of me, him and Kurt as well. He just taught me a lot of patience and, I'm so fast and my mind be racing. So he just teach me how to slow down and, just trust myself and allow my shots to come to me.
Yeah, I think the team embodies the attitude of your leader. And for him to continue to show up every single day at work and pour into all of us, give us confidence when there's a lot going on the outside. It means a lot to us as a team for him to put that all aside and continue to show up for us at work and be the type of leader that he is. And then just like Zah was talking about, just him pouring into us as players. Me especially like being able to use my voice and him telling me that he wants me to, and giving me that confidence too. And then just as a rookie, there's so many new terminologies and schemes and navigating the physicality, offensive, defensively, just learning how to do that, watching film, growing in film. You can't practice as much with the insane schedule, the travel and all of that. So just being really attentive in film and learning a lot that way. He's helped all of us.
Andrew on the Zoom.
Pam, thank you very much. First for you, Aziaha, what was your favorite moment of many with Paige this season? And Paige, likewise for you, what was your favorite moment with Aziaha of many moments this season? So first for you, Aziaha.
Man, I don't know. It's so many memories with this girl. She is like, it's crazy. I'll say when me, her, and JJ went off. The
Phoenix.
the rookie night.
Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix again.
There you go.
No, but that was just fun, just to play with her and just to flow with her and just get buckets together. It's just a sister bond right here, for sure.
Go to Rob on the Zoom.
Thank you, Rob Tianx in the podium finish. Paige, thank you for your kindness and respect all season long to us in the press. Now, looking back, when did you start to feel your confidence and rhythm really click this year on the court? And looking back, what are you most proud of in terms of building a foundation for long-term success here in Dallas versus what you anticipated back in New York on draft night?
I feel like just being able to get a couple games under your belt, kind of navigating the first couple games and realizing what your team is going to need from you, how to navigate being in the pros, the physicality, the speed, the pace. So once you get a couple games under your belt and you learn and you grow and you watch film, you gain confidence, but that's throughout the entire season. And my teammates and coaching staff just pouring into me. So that's been an ongoing thing. Um, and honestly, I'm just most proud of truly everything. The way we handled the adversity, the way we handled different people being in and out of the lineups, just how we stuck together as a team. That's something that's like you can't teach. You can't teach like resilience, a fight, like a dogness, like and a faith, that's something that's in you. And I felt like we all embody that as a team and a coaching staff. And we just continue to show up for each other and go to war with each other and just love each other through everything and maintain joyful, passionate, and obviously every dog has their day. And to be able to lean on somebody and pick them up, and have somebody else pick you up. There's so many things to be proud of throughout this entire season.
Players, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Thank y'all.
See you next year. Oh.
See you tomorrow.
Questions for Coach?
Coach, just to, kind of Paige's opening soliloquy there at the beginning, to hear a player kind of talk about a season that's been challenging in that way, to think about the future, to be so locked in and to have a team that seems to be so behind you in this franchise. What does that mean to you? What kind of confidence does it give to you going into the offseason?
Yeah, all sorts of it. Just incredible when that's your leader. Just so on point with it. And she leads by example, right? You want that. She is the example with how she shows up, not only the words she speaks, but in her behaviors, in her actions, day in and day out. So to have P in that locker room, and then with everyone in that locker room around her, the bonds that they have built, and just the consistency in how they've shown up and poured into one another, just gives me incredible confidence going forward that, the foundation is, again, sure, say what you want about the wins and the losses and the outcomes, but there's a very strong and positive bond in that locker room amongst a core of very young and talented athletes that will be here in Dallas for a long time.
Hey, so obviously this win broke a 10-game losing streak. What lessons do you think the team learned over the course of that losing streak that helped them win this game here tonight?
Yeah, lots of close games in that stretch. Just could never really get to the finish line. Was excited at home that we threw punches, and then when you play behind a crowd like we had tonight, just incredibly grateful for this fan base and their support year in, the entire year, just continuing to show up for these incredible athletes. So it helps when you've got the crowd behind. That second quarter, I felt it. It got loud. It got loud in there when we went on that run to end the half, and you go up 10, and that was still against their starters really before they really benched and rested them in the second half. So leaning on your crowd's energy, but then ultimately just playing with nothing to lose and playing like this was the last game of the year. Like we just had an extra effort and desire about us.
Paige talked about this being like a complete team performance. Just what overall were the things you liked about the execution today?
Yeah. I thought, again, the bench was incredible right off the bat, right? I thought Amy and Aziaha really sparked us off the bench. Zach kept our pace up when Grace went to the bench. Amy throws in some threes, but she was so active on the defensive end, which I don't know if everyone will notice. Like just all sorts of deflections, steals there. And defense was creating offense for us. So I like a lot that we did there. And then big guards right here, right? The two of them, almost 10 rebounds each. So team effort on the boards. We talked about keeping them under 10. We wanted to keep them under 10 fast break points, 10 second chance points, and then 10 threes. We met 2 of those 3 goals. So proud of a lot that we did on the floor. Some slippage, of course. You're never going to be perfect. But again, I'm excited about this group as we continue to grow into the future.
Coach, I know you've been under a lot of pressure this year. It's been a lot up and down, up and down. How would you personally take time to exhale and decompress and think about the season? What would you do to kind of assess?
Yeah, that process is it's ongoing, right? Throughout the course of this year, trying to find moments to step away and hold perspective and not get wrapped up in the day-to-day, because it can get overwhelming. You got to lean on your support system, have fantastic support from the front office, from ownership, from our assistant coaches. And so you lean on that support to help you to navigate all of these experiences and interactions and conversations that I'm going through for the first time. And so there's a balance of humility and vulnerability while also maintaining a confidence level to be able to show up for them, and so that they can feel that confidence and you can transfer that confidence and belief. So I wasn't perfect all year, but I tried to do my best to remain consistent in how I showed up for this group, and I'm excited about now getting a chance to reflect even more, and with having some consistency for year two. Just, we're starting at a different place, and so there's so much from this, right? We're taking so much learning from this year that's only going to propel us here, going forward. So incredibly grateful for all of the experiences this year.
Expand on play of the team throughout the game, because Warriors, like you said, they had their starters in the beginning, but for them to just expand that lead to 20 in this second half, just talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, turned them over 18 times for 21 points, had 11 steals. So those live ball turnovers get us out and running in the open floor. And then when we can get out and run and play in the open floor, it's fun to watch. And I thought we were too unselfish at times, but the ball was snapping all the way around, right? And so everyone was sprinting the floor, establishing good space. But defense creates offense, and that's an identity that we want to continue to build. So just proud of our fight and our effort tonight.
You can tell everybody stories. I'm just wondering what stories from this season stuck out to you.
Yeah, just so many. Too many to really, I don't want to leave any out. But ultimately, when we look back on this, people will look back, and they'll see 10 and 34 and they'll say, yikes. But we'll look back and we'll say, damn, like we stayed together. We poured into each other. We showed up. We continued to learn and continued to get better each and every day. We showed up for one another. We did not let outside noise fracture us in that locker room. We stayed together. We built a strong foundation and a bond that is only going to propel us in the future. So that's the story, and that's credit to our players in that locker room for their belief in one another, in our staff, and just their actions, their intentions, their choice to not allow the frustrations, the emotions impact their actions and their behaviors. So that takes incredible amount of mental toughness and mental fortitude. And so I'm just really happy that this group is coming into next year with all of that armor and experience to be able to get us off to a fast start next year.
You talked about the second quarter players that got the crowd so electric. Talk about what it's been like to watch Paige have this season. What you've been so far.
Yeah, just grateful for the opportunity to work alongside her and partner with her and collaborate and coach her and challenge her, all of it. But it's fun when you get to work with a talent like that, who not only she's just so special and so unique in her level of care for everybody in that locker room, as you all know already, but further exemplified in her opening statement to you all. Just, it's not about her. And there were storylines down at the end of that game. It's not about her. She doesn't care about the stats, the records. She cares about her teammates. She cares about winning. She cares about doing it the right way. And when you have somebody like that who is so genuine and authentic in that, it's just contagious. And couldn't be more proud to be able to coach her.
Go to Andrew on the Zoom.
Thanks once again, Pam. Appreciate you all season. Coach, just want to ask you to see Amy Okongwu, as Paige mentioned, that special hardship player, to see her have a career high tonight to close the season. Just talk about her contribution in such a unique situation, and if you plan to take a little bit of a break before you hit the ground running to evaluate players.
Just so happy for Amy. She came in and was just fearless right from the get. So just credit to Amy for how she showed up, and when her opportunities came, how she took advantage of them. Just fearless. let that thing fly, confident from behind the arc. Now you got to go guard her out there, and you saw her ability to take you off the bounce and finish around the rim. And again, was just really proud of her defensive effort today. I thought she was all over the place, getting all sorts of deflections. And so, you know, she lives down the road, played here at TCU. The crowd just, again, just what an awesome experience for Amy to be able to do that in front of a, you know, a hometown crowd.
On Zoom.
Rob Tiongson, the podium finish. Coach, thank you for your insights and honesty all season long. It's much appreciated. We've seen Paige close out her rookie season with such strong performances that highlight her growth and leadership. So I'm kind of wondering from your perspective, what stood out to you about her impact on the Wings this year? And what's a moment that stands out to you that will make you proud moving forward?
Yeah. Again, I think it's that entire locker room navigating new roles across the board through all the adversity, and for P, just really stepping into a leadership role as a rookie and leaning into that discomfort and remaining true to herself. So again, that's what I'll take away is just, you know, to lean into discomfort, to be able to be what the team needs you to be and give what they need you to give, while still remaining true and authentic to who you are and what makes you tick. And that's not easy to do. And so just, again, credit to our players, credit to P, credit to the work that they do, not only on the floor, but off the floor, to continue to build and just value that team chemistry and the leadership and the mental side of the game and the mental work that you all don't see, that they really bought into it. And we're all, you know, you see it in the camaraderie, in the interactions here, whether it's in the press conference or you see this team is connected, and that's credit to them for the work that they put into it. Thank you all for everything all year. Appreciate each and every one of you. I really do. I mean,